Hey you guys, welcome. It is Nico Moreno here, and I want to welcome you guys to Instant Authority Rush. Now, if you're here, you have made a really awesome decision. I'm stoked to have you in this training. And what I'm going to teach you in this lesson, this training is divided into two parts, two phases. So the first phase, which you're watching right now, is basically getting your Facebook profile ready to convert into a page, into a Facebook page. Now, I want to ease any fears that you have about that. You will not lose your personal Facebook profile, right? So I know that, the wording that I use, like when I say convert your convert your Facebook profile into a Facebook page, it sounds like you're going to convert it into a Facebook page, right? So you're not actually going to do that. That's just the wording that I'm going to use. So don't be afraid. You are not going to lose your personal Facebook profile. You will absolutely never lose that. And you're also not going to lose, if you have any like Facebook pages or any business pages or anything like that, you're not going to lose those either. Like this is not going to like somehow copy over those or anything. You are going to be creating a brand new Facebook page that's going to have around 3,500 to 3,600 highly targeted likes. So that's what's going to happen once you complete phase one and phase two of this training. So let's just go ahead and get started with phase one right now. So, like I said, this training is separated into two phases, and you're going to see why. So let's just get started with phase one. So step one is to research your competitors and make a list of your competitors. Okay, so whatever niche you're in, whether it's, let's say it's like fitness, internet marketing, let's say you're like social media, sales, whoever it is, you want to obviously, you probably know, a lot of the big competitors in your niche, or not necessarily, maybe competitors is too strong of a word, if you're still like, starting out, but you want to make a list of the authorities in your niche. So for example, I'm in marketing. So, within online marketing, the big people out there are like, Amy Porterfield, Russell Brunson, Grant Cardone, like just people like that. So you want to make a list, you want to research, oh, that's super creepy. I don't know what that is. So whatever niche you're in, you want to target like the big guys in your niche, the big guys and girls in your niche, the people who could potentially become your customers, right? So what you want to do is hopefully you have an idea and like probably a list of, I would say like 3 to 5 will be great for this. Will be great for what we're doing here. If you wanna go into more, that's totally fine. But I would probably stick with like the top 3 to 5 people in your niche to use for this phase one. So I'm not going to get too much into this. You guys probably know how to use audience insights, especially if you bought the funnel surge course. Then if you're in the full course, then there's a whole section on how to do that. But yeah, so I would go ahead. So first step is to just, make a quick list of probably the top 3 to 5 people in your niche who you basically like, whose competition you would, or whose followers you would love to steal and like have them be following you, right? So go ahead and do that really quickly. Step 2 then is to go to their Facebook pages and like their Facebook page. So I'm going to walk through everything here right on my screen. So I just used Amy Porterfield as an example. Let's see. Yeah, Amy Porterfield. So there she is. I've made sure that I found her business page. And like I said, you want to make sure that you like their page. So I already like Amy Porterfield because I've already done this process. But you want to make sure that you go ahead, if you don't like their page already, go ahead and like it. That way you will be a lot more likely to see their ads, right? And you want to see their ads for phase 3 or step 3. So this is what I like to call the grind. So this phase, depending on how many Facebook friends you have right now, this phase can take anywhere from like a week up to like maybe 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. I think it took me probably about 3 or 4 weeks when I did it. So what you want to do, and the reason that it can take 3 to 4 weeks is there's a limit to how many Facebook friends you can add per day. So what you're going to want to do is you want to go to their most recent posts and add all the people who engage and comment on their most recent posts as friends, right? And also you want to make sure that you do this anytime you see their ads. So what we're going to do is, so June 15th, okay, so that's like kind of recent. I mean, this is like the most recent one that she has. So, I mean, I can't do this process right now because I have 5,000 friends and maxed out. But what you want to do is you literally want to just go through, and ideally you have some mutual friends in common. Otherwise, the person is probably, going to be pretty unlikely to actually accept your friend request, right? So I would say if you have like 10, ideally like the more the better. Like if you have like 70 or something, or like over 100, then just like definitely add them. You also want to, yeah, so you want to like literally, you just want to like go down the whole line and add these people as friends, people who you have like, some friends in common with. And now a common objection that I am expecting to hear is, like, what if I don't want to like have all these people as, my Facebook friends, right? Like Facebook is, like I keep that private, like I keep my private life, like separate from business. And my answer to you is like tough shit. Like, sorry, but like if you want to have a new Facebook business page that has 3,500 targeted likes in your niche, which is like it's really really awesome to have. Like, seriously, your credibility and authority like just goes up like that. So if you want that, then like you have to do this process. And if you don't want to do that, then like honestly, business marketing and like marketing your business online is not for you. If you don't want to have, if you don't want to like have basically your whole life always under a microscope, right? So you can go in, you can set your privacy settings on your profile to like not show pictures or whatever, or not show, like you can make your profile super private if you want. If you want to do that, like go right ahead. But you're going to have these people as your actual Facebook friends. So once you hit like, oh cool, it's Happy Father's Day. So once you hit a certain number of like outgoing friend requests, people are going to start having to accept your friend request before you can send more. So eventually you're going to hit a wall where that needs to happen. And here's a great example of how I would do this for an ad instead of like just going straight to their business page. So, the industry that I'm in, like Grant Cardone is like one of the big guys. So I've already liked it. I think I already liked his page because I did this. Yeah. So now I'm seeing his ad. And what I would do here is just, click right there on the engagements. And, same thing, like just go down the list of the people who are liking his ads and just add them as friends, same process. And the reason that you want to pick the people who are engaging with people's ads and engaging with people's posts is because you don't want to add like, some rando who's just like sitting there on, Facebook, and they never like really use their profile to engage with, a business's Facebook profile or a business's ads, right? Like what you want is you want people who are going to engage with your own stuff, like your business page, your ads and things like that. So that's why we're doing that. And if they're engaging with people on those ads and other pages, then they're way more likely to actually engage with your stuff as well. So like I said, you're going to want to go through this process. You want to like max out like every day. And then, eventually like people are going to keep like accepting your friend requests, and then you'll have more and more room to add more people. And let's see. Yeah. So literally that's it. Like it can be kind of a grind. Like I said, I think it took me like 3 or 4 weeks to do it, depending on how many, and that was starting with like less than 1,000 friends. So I think it really just depends how many friends you have. And again, if you're not comfortable doing this, then like online marketing is not for you. So that's just the reality. So once you get to 5,000 friends, you'll max out, and then once you get to that point, you're going to go to phase 2. So you're going to watch the second video in this training, and that will show you how to actually quote unquote convert your Facebook profile into a Facebook page. And like I said, you will not lose your original Facebook profile. See, I've done this. I still have my Facebook profile right here. It's all good and it's all normal. You see, I have 5,000 friends. So nothing bad happens to that. And here is my new, I'm going to show you guys my Facebook profile here. Or my business page. Right, so here it is. And see, here's an old one. This is a great example. So this is my very first like business page that like I didn't really do anything with at all. I just kind of created it a long time ago so that I could run ads. And so you'll see that one still exists too. Like when I created my new Facebook page, and you see it has 3,780 likes, right? Like that's pretty awesome. And I just started this like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago or something. I think it started out with like 3,500. So what happens is, yeah, like it creates a brand new page, does not go over or like, somehow delete any old other business pages that you already have. So if you're afraid of either of those two things happening, they will not happen, okay? So yeah, that's it. Go ahead and start adding people and have fun with that. And then once you max out with 5,000 friends, then watch the second video in this training.